Welcome back. And now we are having a fireside chat on the topic of digitalization of customer interaction. And I'm glad to be joined here by Alexandr Putyato, Executive Director at System Technologies, a company that is based in Minsk, Belarus. Alexandr, hello.
Hello, audience. Hello, Alena.
Hello, nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for introduction.
Thank you, and nice
Do
to have you
well?
today. Yes, we can hear you perfectly. So my question to you, and actually we are discussing here the first part of the day of our conference day, the digitalization of the customers' interaction and customers' engagement in digital channels, which has really accelerated from the start of the pandemic and which is increasing. So, and now this is really all about becoming a customer's digital routine, daily digital routine for the banks. So how, from your experience and from the projects that you implemented with the banks, how banks can do this and getting customers engaged more and more in their interactions and services?
Okay, thank you for your question. And I would like to start with some words about my company and why I'm here, why we're talking about these topics and so on. So basically, System Technologies are on the market with banking services for more than 22 years. And this gives us opportunity to speak about all this stuff, having a huge experience and experts in our team who is looking through these ages, and we see how it work around, how it's development, and so on. So due to this, we absolutely see that digitalization of customer interaction, it goes in high speed. And last year, it shows that it's explosive growth. Yes, that's absolutely true. Due to all these conditions that we altogether went to. So this kind of experience, it shows us that the future not tomorrow, it's today and even yesterday. And those banks who was prepared for the situation and who thought for that, and they became a bit more how to say, a bit more effective in these times, and they found out new regions, new markets, new customers, and they could provide new services. So one more thing that I would like to show you at this moment is how do we see services and digital activities that are provided for customers, that customers ask, that they have demand of this, and what does it mean? Basically, we research a lot, and we see that payments are on the main, on the top of the list of activities and services by the customers. Second line is basically lending. And all the other stuff is also very important things, and we have to provide ability to grow them up. And for banks, it's also new niches, new ideas how to involve customers into their market, into their even into their portfolio, let's say. And the next thing that I'd like to show you and to discuss. It's a question about how do we see, sorry, some after this slide. How do we see the must-haves? What do we see? What do banks need to have right now to provide a proper service to grow up and not to be on the trail? So basically, it's everybody says it's all about the customer. It's all about focusing on their services and their needs, and we need to explore what customers wants to see, wants to have, and so on. The next step is absolutely convenient. It should be absolutely convenient and digital. So basically today we have no ability to move as much as previous periods, and this gives us opportunity to provide more digital services and full digital banking system. It should be. All that I speak about right now is based on our principles, and we created a new banking platform. And so this platform absolutely suits all this stuff and absolutely convenient for these days. And another thing is how in which way could we develop the bank's ideas, bank's business using these services, digital services. Uh, for its needs, we see that the bank could grow up with niche ideas, with some new customers that recently not have such services, like students, like newcomers, or small businesses, and so on. So basically, all this stuff could be provided by bank. And another thing is retaining users in one system. So it could be expanding of products and something else for those users who are already in your portfolio, but you'd like to give them some more opportunities, some more interest, some more services. Um, okay, Elena, I think we can move on with the next question. It's basically I'd like to see this not like a presentation, but and we try to start with this format.
Yes, well, my next question to you will be, so as we discussed, and now you showed in this short presentation, so yes, the personalization is crucial. And what I also we discussed even with the previous speakers, and my question to you is, what is your predictions when the banks here in the region would be able to offer personalized services to their business customers at a scale? So as we all know, so these are really a lot of benefits for the banks to have it, and there are technologies, solutions on the market. So how fast banks can really implement this, and what is your predictions, how really business customers will explore and enjoy it from the banks?
Yeah, Jens, thank you for this question. Absolutely see this point, and to my mind, as we see the situation, I mentioned that those banks who was ready for this situation, more or less, they have some advantages in this moment. But nevertheless, the rest of banks who was a little bit as I said, in traditional way, worked in traditional way, they have to hurry up in this moment. And my predictions is in this less than half a year, it must be dramatically changed all the services, because we see that clients that gets more convenient service and more digital service, they move to new banks, to neobanks, to those banks provide this absolutely, as I say, easy way to basically to onboard, to get a loan, or use payment instruments. So it should be changed in very, very, very near future. And the question, one more question that I would like to discuss, that's about how we work and how we see our help to banks. Our company basically starts any of our project with consulting, and using the experience of our colleagues, of experts, we see all those bottlenecks, all those niches where one could grow up, where one could get more effect, more ideas from the market. So, and as I discussed before, I'd like to pay attention for this slide, as we see that the most interesting thing is the lighters that bank provide for it. And the question about how bank sees the lighter, and does bank have such experience or expertise how to provide the lighter to customer? And in this case, basically our solutions and our experience could be helping one for bank taking a decision in some cases, and absolutely agree that as fast as you take a decision, you will be on the market and you will be successful in the market.
We have here a comment in the chat from Enrique that new banks are willing to take more risks related to the adaptation of the new technologies, while the incumbent banks are not. So, do you think this is one of the challenges why banks are not implementing so fast new technologies, and what other challenges do you see here also for the banks?
I agree absolutely. I agree absolutely with Enrique. Enrique, thank you for your questions. My opinion is absolutely aligned with this. Traditional banks, it's a problem for traditional banks to go with new ideas, with new solutions, due to having a huge risk. And to be honest, we work with some companies that are not really banks, but they will want to be a bank. And they have more advantages because, they don't have such restricted rules, such compliant, and they have more possibilities to be adaptive with the market, with the clients' demand, and it gives them a certain advantage. And that's why it's kind of difficult for traditional banks, for big banks, to provide such adaptive service for customer. And that's the idea. That's a business question further. And this question is for create, let's say, it could be creating a new structure within the bank, or it could be a partnership with a fintech company or something else. Or as well as we see that in the market, there are a lot of changes inside of rules for banking services. Some of companies became banks, some of banks, they create new structures with say limited limitations, and they have an ability to reach other customers and so on. So, yes, I agree. It's true. We have a huge risk starting these new technologies, but aligned of this risk, we have huge possibilities and to achieve a new business and new customers.
Yes, yes. And if we talk about partnerships, which is actually the way that banks can market some solutions faster than build on their own. So how fast banks can deliver the solutions for the SME or business customers on the market from your experience and from the project that you have done?
Yeah, absolutely a correct question. And this question is connected to the main idea. We have such terminology as time to market, yes, and it's very important in this time. So how fast it depends, absolutely depends on the number of parameters and questions to be solved. From our experience, it's not only technologies. Even technologies is the fastest thing that could be implemented to a bank solution, to any solution. Due to our, we had some projects, let's say, with startups, some kind of fintech startups, and these startups we started in 3 months, 6 months. It was the fastest way. But here we didn't face with a huge number of, say, documental work. paperwork. So question was about only starting of the pro, and we had the all license, all abilities to start it, and technically it was done in 3 months. It was really very fast. Another thing that I can share with you with our experience. I have an experience of starting a neobank. Here as well. Technological stuff was the simplest thing that we implemented, and even having say 1 year of development and integrations, and there were lots of external parties how to create a new bank. It was easy, really started from scratch, and this question is not so easy, but very challenging. But to be honest, another side of documental and licenses and attitudes to other parties, how to start with it, it was a more complex thing. So it depends. For coming back to a question, we have experience starting from 3 months, and to be honest, never finished. The more problem is taking decision and stop thinking, and we need to try on the market. It's the main idea that we try to discuss with our customers, not to go around with one question. Somebody needs to get responsibility for the decision and go on with it. Only in this way you will achieve your you will face with issues anyway, but you will be on the market, and it's a question of achievement.
And what are the resources are needed from the bank side in the case of cooperation with you? Because this is always a question of the resources, because somehow they can be allocated to some other task. What we, for example, have seen here last year with the regulations connected with the PSD2, for example, here in Europe, that a lot of bank resources were allocated to the compliance projects, like not connected for that period of time with the business itself, with the core business, but the resources were allocated. So, and new implementations are always at risk and at question if there are no available resources in the bank. So what are resources needed in your case from the bank side?
Okay, about resources, I see this question, but absolutely depends on the aim that we are looking for. Basically, resources, it's people, money, and time.
Yes.
That's it. But how much do we need? It depends on the question. What do what would we like to achieve in which period, and are we compete with somebody or something like a new challenge? This is a question, and only regarding to these answers we can say estimate these resources. So. To my mind, it's basically people, because all the other stuff could be achieved. If you have a proper people, if you have a partnership, it will help you to be on the market in time. It will help you to spend not so much money for this project, and it will give you result as fast as possible.
Okay, so we have 1 minute for the end. Would you like to say a closure, some closing remarks from your side to our attendees?
Okay, I think we discussed a lot about this, and some closing words. They are thank you for your attention, thank you for your time. I'm sure it's wasting time using these discussions and or getting some experience from the market, from other sides, from other partners. It's very important for us, and very important for any of participants, audience. So basically, once more, I'd like to mention that System Technologies, our company, is already on this market, and have a long period of our expertise, and we're ready to share with you. And, basically, not only a solution, it's basically consulting with experience, with nowadays ideas.
Thank you very much, Alexander.